Okay, 20th of April 2025, so Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Study Sunday, be more, truth versus comfort. One interesting thing about life that's important to understand is what brings us truth and what brings us comfort. What brings us truth in the sense of what helps us understand the world, the first principles, even helps us to predict the future. I know if I do X, then Y will always happen, as a fact, as a law. And comfort, what makes us happy, what makes us comfortable, what makes us cope with things, the harshness of reality better. And in life, we need to find those things, what they are. What helps us cope with world, the harshness of it, and what helps us understand. But we can't get those two things mixed up, because then we start to become delusional. When we start to have crazy ideas, we then start to be not truthful and not understanding reality as it is, not as we want it to be, or as we wish it to be, or desire, but as we need to recognize reality as it is. That's very important. That's truth. We can't be going around the world in life being delusional about what we want or don't want, or how we think it ought to be or want it to be. It's very important now. Accept and adapt. I did a video about this months ago. Accept, and you can't escape first principles. Accept reality as it is and adapt. And you can't escape first principles either. There are facts. There are things about life and the world that we have to accept and just move on with. Things like that, very important. And that's life. That's world. Coping with things and finding truth. All the time we're looking to find more truth and understanding of the world. All the time. Strategizing with AI and looking at the reality and beyond. Life and truth's all out there. In fact, actually, you can go one step further, go into epistemology. How do we know what's true? The search for truth. How do we define truth? But that's a whole other conversation. But understand what helps us to find truth, the tools, the methods, the mental models, etc. And understand what helps us survive and cope through life. Very important. Not to get those things mixed up, otherwise we risk being delusional. Going through life, wishful thinking. We want things to be how they are instead of actually facing it and taking things head on. It's very important. Very important to understand. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.